Cognitive, affective.
Because it is discussed
Last year.
first year. Okay, Miss Christine. Remembering.
I already know taxonomy.
Applying, creating, six
Revise.
revise
Ibang
knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. So I will pick 6 students here to expound their understanding and give some examples. So can you, for the knowledge, I will pick Miss Christine. Can you expound what is your understanding and give some examples? And number 2 is comprehensive for Mary Joy. Number 3, application for delivery. Analysis, comprehension for Mario Rosario. Application for Mary Joy. Analysis for Rena Grace. Synthesis by Lani. Evaluation is can you please expound what is your understanding and give some examples? First, in short, it's a recall of information. Next will be the comprehension with Miss Rosario.
So, as one comprehension is tackled there, that it is regarded as the most important cognitive skill, and it is ability group within the cognitive domain. In this level, one of the most important skills is the ability to process new information. So, it is said that comprehension is the most important because we cannot do the application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation without a comprehension. So, comprehension, it is somehow like listening and understanding, but it is a way deeper because if we say listening, we are just lending our ears and just listen and just know what they are saying. And for understanding, it doesn't require a very deep meaning. We only understand the words, but our brain is not processing it. But if we say comprehension, it means that we totally understand what is said in the lesson.
Okay, understandable about explanation in Miss Rosario. Yes. So next will be the application by Mary Joy.
Okay, application from the word itself, application, which is applying your learnings into a real world situation like role play, dahil what's I mong na-learn without learning okay, i-apply ito sa certain situation.
What is your example?
That's a role play.
So the next, understandable or ba?
Yes.
The next will be the synthesis by Melanie. Analysis by
Rina.
Irina Grace.
Okay, so analysis and seems analyzing the certain topic, or so example of these is a poem. So when you say poem, we should analyze the poem when it's the definition or the meaning itself.
Okay. Next, we will the synthesis by Lailani. Synthesis is creating.
Lagyan mo lang na
Synthesis Synthesis refers to the process of synthesis refers to the process of combining different So analyzing or breaking down information. Here, learners back information into parts to understand its structure, relationship, or underlying principle. It requires critical thinking to examine components. So the next will be the synthesis.
Evaluation na.
Next will be the evaluation with Morty. Evaluation, when you say evaluation, when you say evaluation, we make a judgment. For example, ganito sa teacher and the students, we need to judge the teacher, teachers and students. Na mo judge ang kanang for example, kanang imo i-judge imo learning of kanang na flexible na baka anong tama or arang flexible ka na in this kanang certain topic. So next, here's the committed labels and dark keywords. So the knowledge will be the recall information. Comprehension will be the understand the meaning or trace a concept. Application, use the information or concept in a new situation. Analysis, break information or concept into parts to understand it more fully. Synthesis, put ideas together to form something new. Evaluation makes judgment about the data. So here's the revised version of Bloom's taxonomy: creating, evaluating, analyzing, applying, understanding, and remembering. Mr. Arnold, can you expound your understanding about the revised version of Bloom's taxonomy?
Di ba rin na rating sa remembering? Remembering, ano? Anong rating? Ano ba? Ano ba? Bali mo nga. Remembering, ano? Na, remembering ako ng topic.
Okay, Alvin, can you expound your understanding about this?
Wow!
This version of the Bloom's taxonomy.
So, the revised version of the Bloom's taxonomy, the remembering first, because after all, remembering is involved of your recollection of your knowledge. It is your one. So, understanding, it is your understanding based on what you have remembered. Applying, it is applying on what you understand. Next is analyzing. Analyzing after you apply. Next is the evaluator. It is the evaluating after you analyze. What you have analyzed, you are going to evaluate it. And next, evaluating is judgment. No? What you analyze, you make judgment, man. So, next is the creating. After you make judgment, it is the creating na. So, yan na. From down na to up.
So it will discussed very well by Alvin. Let's proceed to knowledge is divided into 4 categories. First, the faculty is literate.
The content that is essential to understand is
Solving problems,
essential facts, terminology, details, or elements.
So this is the basic information or facts you need to know to understand a subject or solve a problem. For example, in history, knowing that World War II ended in 1945, or in a language, knowing the meaning of the noun and pronoun. So second will be the conceptual. Please read.
It involves knowledge of classifications, principles, generalizations, theories, models, or structure related to
So this is about understanding how things are related, like categories, principles, or ideas that form the big picture in a subject. For example, understanding the concept of supply and demand. Also, the biology, understanding the food chain, their procedures, their consumers, and the decomposers. Next, procedural.
Learners will be able to do something within an area of study with the help of this information or knowledge.
Can I have Miss Richter to expound her understanding about this?
Oh, cellphone. Oh, balik kan di rumah. Aku kok kamu balik. Oh, ada apa?
Okay, procedural knowledge is this is how to knowledge is how to perform it helps to perform tasks or solve problems by following steps or processes. For example, in cooking, di ba na may steps by steps modular ka.
In art, knowing, for example, in art, knowing to mix colors to create a specific shade for the shade you want to create for your Next will be the metaconjugative. So, Mr. Arnold, it's your time to expound your understanding about metaconjugative because this is discussed by the past group.
Method is developing class on thinking related self-awareness. So, cognitive is student is aware by one, the teacher discussing learning by doing, thinking by one, right? Ito? Thinking yan, thinking. Ano siya? Learning by doing ito. Thinking. Learning by doing. Thinking by doing. Thinking by thinking.
Thinking by thinking.
One, cognitive is one, kana is mind to process and to aware.
Now this is about being aware of your own thinking and learning process, like what Arnold said. It helps you plan, monitor, and evaluate how you learn or solve problems. So, the next demonstrator will be Miss Jenkins.
So next is making the lesson objectives smart. So
The learning objective should be well defined and clear. It states exactly
So it defines that what students should do and able
Oh, balik. Anak, eso
So it defines what students should do and able to do. So you have to be direct to the point. So para dili na ma-bombarded of information ang mga students. Next is measurable. A learning objective should be include
8 out of 10 students will be able to identify the denominator and enumerator. Next is attainable. With the available resources and support, the objectives can be achieved within the proposed time frame. So when we say attainable, it is are those realistic and achievable for students within a given time frame. So for example, within a class period, the students will work in pairs to prepare a 1 minute total for a day. Next is relevance. So has the objective been designed to address the overall program objective? So when we say relevance, it is aligned with educational goal and enhance the student's understanding and scale in a specific subject area. Next is time bound. So learning objective should be include a specific date by which they should be completed. So with the example is deadline. Next is a lesson plan is a description of a teacher objective for a lesson. Next, in order to achieve these goals, the teacher will use a variety of activities and procedures. A list of the materials and resources that will use throughout the learning session. So there are some general areas to consider when planning. So the learners, how will they react? So Miss Rhea, what is your idea about this? Overall idea about this?
Sige, barog na.
Time na. Last one,
So, the learners, how will they react? So, how will they respond? Did they find the lesson interesting or makasabot na ba sila? Next is the learner. The aids. How will the learner achieve their goals? So, what are those strategies na pwede rin makuha para having sure that the students will be able to achieve the goals? Next is the teaching part. How will be the lesson be structured? So what are those materials na pwede nyo makuha na pwede nyo na effective for those students?
These objectives are specific measurable, achievable when it comes to time bound or smart. So, second is producing quality assignments. To have an idea of producing quality assignments. If kanang as a teacher is kanang pagka-effective ka ka-produce sa imong students, then wala siguro na. Then the next importance of lesson that enhance lecturers' ability to teach successfully. It ensures efficient time management or allowing for adequate coverage of achievements. Overall, is para stage that your student and para masabot na sila. Part of the lesson. So before the lesson is to add preparation then